Chapter 58. Lily's whole body was cold, only now did she realize that she had fallen into Serafina's trap. From the beginning, the video in the hall was not aimed at Megan, but at her. Using the video to make everyone look down on her, Olivia was furious, she herself was angry and hot-tempered, her mind was in turmoil. Serafina used her calm posture to mock her to force her to lose her mind. She was blinded by the fire again, telling all the evil things she had done, tricking Serafina to Shanghai, drugging her and throwing her into an orgy, taking pictures at the birthday party, stealing the phone, kidnapping in Macau, torturing, finding someone to rape, even maliciously trying to record it, and she had said it all, everything. More importantly, Theodore. She harmed Serafina, and even sacrificed Theodore. She just said she would make his video public, even if it meant losing his reputation and putting the Beaumont family under Alex's scrutiny, she wouldn't mind. She still wanted to attack him, wanted to take advantage of him, to covet the Beaumont family's huge fortune through him. She saw that Serafina didn't bring anything, so she didn't worry about having a recording device, but she didn't expect that. Lily's eyes were filled with tears, and in a moment she was sobbing, tears streaming down her pale cheeks. Theodore, I was just angry and said nonsense, it's not like what you heard, you have to believe me. Her voice was miserable and choked, and it made people's hearts tremble, but in his eyes there was only hatred, his expression was filled with extreme pain as he looked at her. He had been tricked into such a cruel and humiliating trick by someone who had been close to him for so many years. The gentle and lovely sister of the past unexpectedly turned out to be such a vicious person, greedy for fame and profit, taking advantage of him and even wanting to harm him, and even harming his biological sister over and over again. Unforgivable. The feeling of being betrayed by a loved one is very painful, very painful. He thought about how for nearly a year now, Serafina had been miserably harmed by Lily in every way, almost losing her life over and over again, and from beginning to end, she had not said a word to her family. During this period of time, it was clear that the two of them had become close and harmonious, but she had only always smiled brightly in front of him to cheer him up, and had never told him a word. Why? Because what Lily said was really true. Serafina, no matter what you say, no one will believe you. Everyone believes me. Serafina, do you really think that place is your home? That's right, it's because he, the younger brother, is stupid. It's also because she knows that no matter what she says, he won't believe it, as long as Lily shows weakness, he will let it go. It's also because she knows that speaking out is useless and could even cause a rift in their hard-won relationship, so she chooses to remain silent. Theodore thought about everything his sister had done for him in the past year, everything she had silently endured, and felt his heart ache as if it was stabbed by countless sharp knives. He suddenly remembered the time when Lily went to the hospital without any problems, and was cared for and loved by the whole family, while Serafina had her hand wrapped in thick bandages, and could only leave alone. He even chased after her to question her. She left a very strange sentence, if you had to choose between me and Lily to die, who would you choose? At that time, he felt that she was both deliberately causing trouble and stubbornly stubborn, only now did he understand how desperate she was at that time. He was both sad and in pain, his eyes were filled with tears, all of them were tears of regret. The words he wanted to say were stuck in his throat. About 10 minutes later, he tried to take a deep breath, and angrily roared, "Damn it, I am truly the most stupid bastard in the world." Serafina's nose stung, her heart also ached, she felt all of his hatred for Lily for being betrayed and deceived, and also his remorse. Lily, you are truly a good actor. Acting like you are good at crying and complaining, right? I have lived with you for so many years and I still can't recognize your true face. Resentment surged in his chest, he frowned, just wanted to pour all the bad words he knew on her, but it seemed that it was still not enough. Scary. Disgusting. Evil. Shameless. Evil. Lily was suddenly stunned, how could he imagine her like that? He was her closest younger brother, wasn't he? Impossible. She cried even harder, tears streaming down her face, not caring about her image, screaming miserably. It's really not like that. How could you say that to me? It was just because I was angry with her that I let it slip. It was Serafina, it was all because of her who set a trap for me. She cried as she approached and pulled his hand. Get lost. He couldn't contain his anger, screaming and pushing her hand away. She immediately fell weakly to the ground because of his angry hand, her eyes filled with tears as she looked at him, shaking her head sadly, feeling so wrong that it was indescribable. But he would never be fooled by her again. There was no trace of pity or heartache on his face, nor was there any guilt, on the contrary, his fists were blue with veins, as if he was trying to restrain himself from punching her. Ungrateful. He gritted his teeth, his eyes like a knife gouging her. Lily, you are indeed a wolf that has been raised for 18 years and still hasn't tamed. With just the kindness my family has shown you, you don't have the right to harm me, let alone Serafina. How many things have you taken from her? How can you have the face to harm her? Serafina's expression didn't change, but her eyes were wet. As for Lily, she had stopped crying, completely terrified. How could Theodore scold her like that? Was he so angry that he wanted to hit her? Now she finally understood, there were some things that no matter how well you pretended, no one would believe it. He clenched his fists and said, I will tell this to Mom and Grandma. Lily, I warn you, don't come to my house in the future, don't call me your little brother, don't mention anything related to the past. I'll take back what you said to Serafina just now. I'm not your little brother, Mom isn't your mother, Grandma isn't your grandmother, our house isn't your house. No matter what you say in the future, no one will believe you. Listen to me carefully, he warned fiercely, from now on, the Beaumont family and you will be completely estranged. Lily was shocked, her whole body stiffened. His eyes were gloomy, and he pointed at her face, also, if you dare to hurt anyone in my family, especially Serafina, I will absolutely not forgive you. After saying that, he turned around and left without looking back. Lily was struck by lightning, collapsed on the ground, now she couldn't cry even if she wanted to. She knew that Theodore was very serious, 9 buffaloes couldn't pull him back. Now she had lost both Olivia's and his support. How could this be? How could an 18-year relationship be broken like that? She couldn't believe it, a solid support like the Beaumont family would draw a clear line with her. Her eyes were empty, her soul was lost, she stood up, finished tidying up, and stood looking at Serafina's silent face. The red mark on her face had not yet disappeared, but the red color further highlighted the overflowing smile at the corner of her lips, carrying a sinister beauty. Lily only felt a mouthful of blood well up and choke in her chest, her eyes red, and she said in a huff, you did it on purpose. Serafina, you did it on purpose. Serafina shrugged indifferently, that's right. But now that you've realized it, it seems like it's too late. Too bad, whatever you stole from me, I'll take it back, one by one. Do you think I'll let you guys off? Lily screamed, I will release the video in the phone, the Martin family will definitely deal with you guys. Definitely. Serafina was still calm and composed, smiling elegantly, no need to find someone to open it, I will tell you the password to that folder, Nini. Lily didn't know why she was still so carefree and fearless, gritted her teeth, took out the phone from her pocket, found the folder, entered the password, opened it, but she couldn't believe it, her eyes widened, there was nothing. Serafina tricked her. Serafina tilted her head to look at her. Oh, I forgot to tell you, I remembered wrong. The phone last time was broken. The video seems to be in that one. That's right, the phone last time was smashed by Alex in the warehouse. You dare to play with me? Lily was so angry that she almost vomited blood. Coward. She was so angry that her head was spinning, she rushed forward and raised her hand. However, this time, Serafina narrowed her eyes, grabbed her raised arm with one hand, and tried to fight back with all her might. A loud slap sound hit Lily's face. Lily couldn't hit her, and was slapped back by her, even harder than the slap she had just given her. Her head immediately buzzed, her face burned like fire. And the humiliation was even more painful than the physical pain. Emily had hit her, Hannah had hit her, now even Serafina dared to slap her in the face. You hit me? Lily's emotions were completely explosive today, she continued to raise her hand, desperately hitting Serafina. But Serafina blocked her hand, twisted it back, and pushed hard. Lily was like a wooden puppet pushed away by her, falling onto the hood of the car. Lily's two arms were twisted behind her back, the pain was like being severed, her body was still lying humiliatedly on the hood of the car. Serafina leaned over and snorted, "Lily, if I hadn't just intentionally taken your slap, do you think you could hit me?" "Serafina, you despicable thing. I won't forgive you, I definitely won't forgive you." Lily screamed shrilly, her two legs kicked hard in the air, but still didn't cause any harm to Serafina. Serafina coldly curled her lips, "If you don't forgive me, how can you not forgive me? Do you have that kind of ability? Lily, everyone in the Beaumont family has turned against you, I have nothing to fear from you anymore. So listen carefully, it's best to live peacefully, don't overestimate your own strength. Otherwise, if I see you once, I will beat you once." Serafina gritted her teeth, low and firm. "Moreover, if you dare to have any more intentions towards the Beaumont family, if you dare to play tricks on my family, I will absolutely not show mercy." She finished speaking, pulled her off the hood of the car, and pushed her hard to the ground. Lily fell to the ground, her cheeks and wrists were covered in red marks. She hated herself so much that she wanted to vomit blood, but she knew that she could not fight Serafina, she could not be stubborn and reckless. Today she had seen Serafina's terrifying face. If she continued to move now, she was afraid that she would really be beaten to death, so even if she had resentment in her heart, she could only bite all the hatred and swallow it. Serafina coldly glanced at her, turned around and left. But after walking a few steps, she suddenly thought of something, the corner of her lips curled up, without turning her head, she just softly said, "Let me tell you, Nora sold that video to me, it cost me a lot of money." A small character like Nora let Megan and Lily deal with her. When she turned outside, she unexpectedly met Megan and Mia walking ahead. Although the two of them saw Serafina and shut their mouths at the same time, Serafina's sharp ears still heard a few words. Just now, Megan almost said uneasily, "Mia, many years ago we had an appointment." Mia was extremely arrogant. "I helped your daughter become a young lady," but she herself could not keep her identity as a descendant of the Beaumont family to become in-laws with me. Serafina was calm, of course she did not need to greet these two elders, her cold face passed by. But she already had a guess in her heart, no wonder Megan could cover the sky and change the child with one hand. It turned out that Mia had made the connection. As for the reason for the two of them joining hands, was it because of these two words in-laws? Or was there another secret that they didn't want others to know? Nora's secretly recorded video wasn't enough evidence in court, she had to find another way. Serafina couldn't think much at the moment. When she got out of the parking lot, she looked through the window and rubbed her cheeks. After rubbing for a long time, both cheeks turned red, but if she looked closely, she could still see a faint handprint on her left cheek. She pinched her right cheek again for a while before quickly climbing into Harrison's car, and as soon as she got in, she threw herself into his chest, pressing her left cheek against his neck. That way, he wouldn't see the mark on her cheek anymore. Harrison saw her get in the car. Before he could say anything, he saw her crawl into his arms, obediently hugging him. His heart suddenly softened. He tilted his head, pressed his cheek against her forehead. When he looked down at her, his eyes were filled with a warm, discreet smile, teasing. "What's wrong? Want to sleep again?" "No?" she protested softly, her voice echoing in his neck. "I found that since you came back from Macau, your spirit has improved a lot. You don't love to sleep like before." He smiled, stroking the long hair that fell on her back. "Maybe because I've slept enough in the hospital for many days." Her voice was lazy, very comfortable. Hearing it, he gradually felt relaxed. "I heard that your script was picked up by some producer again?" He deliberately spoke with an uncertain tone. Sure enough, she raised her head from his shoulder in dissatisfaction and protested, "What?" "He's Brian Merlin, the top producer of Heaven Company." Finally, she glared at him, "But how did you know so quickly? Didn't you send someone to follow my daily movements?" "I asked Emma," he laughed, "but if that's the case, wouldn't you be very busy these days?" "That's right." She breathed a sigh of relief and giggled. "My brother's performance has been getting better and better recently. And I also want to pay more attention to my career planning. Her rare bright smile flashed through his mind. He leaned his head close to hers and said softly, I support you. I know. She replied softly, her arms tightly hugging his waist. He smiled and asked again, You're so busy, are you free this Saturday? She seriously made a plan. I have to revise the script details with Emma and Brian this weekend. I wonder if I can finish it before Saturday. He said like the wind and clouds drifting, and didn't say anything else. She raised her head and asked another question, Is there anything special this Saturday? He calmly said, It's my grandfather's birthday, he said he wanted to see you. She was surprised and didn't know what to say. He understood people very well. If you don't have time, then forget it. It's okay if you don't go. What do you mean it's okay if you don't go? She immediately punched him, only regretting that she couldn't use a palm strike to hit him so hard that he was stuck to the side of the car and couldn't get out. You damn unlucky kid. What did you say to him? She opened her eyes wide in surprise, remembering her grandfather's eyes that sparkled when he smiled, and for some reason she was both nervous and excited. He acted very normal, pulling her into his arms again, because the Astor family is about to have another great-grandchild. Grandpa looked at her with envy and jealousy, so he wanted to find a girlfriend for me. I thought we were planning to go public, so we immediately. Andrew and Emma are going to have another child? Someone completely missed the point of the story, her eyes were still sparkling. Other people are giving birth, why is she so excited? He coughed softly. Although the Lancaster family's little grandson still has to wait for a while, the granddaughter-in-law can be met now. She smiled and pouted, gently buried her head in his neck, and closed her eyes. That's good, she promised to go public that night. Arriving at her house, she got out of the car and hugged him, muttering, It's time for me to tell Grandma. He stroked her wind-ruffled hair, remembered something, and took out a piece of paper from his pocket and gave it to her. That's right, I've found a psychologist for you. If you need it, you can go there and see. She took it, glanced at the phone number and address, and stuffed it into her pocket. He hugged her waist tightly, calmly saying, I'm afraid you'll be embarrassed, so I'll completely withdraw from this matter, not getting involved anymore, ensuring your privacy and freedom. But, as he spoke, he lowered his head, his forehead touching hers, looking into her clear eyes from such a close distance. Deep within his black eyes was gentleness. His voice was low and clear, You must remember, no matter what happens, I'll still be here. She was startled, his serious and sincere gaze moved her to the point of trembling. She solemnly nodded, I know. She went home to talk about this with her grandmother. Just like she imagined, her grandmother listened silently, slowly nodding a few times, not showing any surprise, not knowing if she had expected it or if it was just her personality. She only said one sentence, Harrison is a good child, although he is quite cruel in some things, he is very good to those close to him. However, she hesitated for a moment, then said, This child is like you, he has encountered many misfortunes in his childhood, and is extremely stubborn. You are also a child who has suffered, the two of you being together, you must be sincere and careful, otherwise. Grandma did not finish her words, and she did not completely understand what she meant. She only said enthusiastically, Grandma, no matter what, he likes me, I like him, that is good, much better than the original hope. Speaking up to here, she paused. At first, I said I would find the heir of a large family to marry, which would be considered as helping the Smith group. Now that Theodore is so understanding, I don't need to worry too much. Grandma sighed deeply. It was all my fault that Theodore didn't listen before, but it was thanks to you that I woke up. The people I shouldn't abandon the most, the ones I can trust the most, are still my own family. You've suffered too. Grandma was probably holding back her anger, her breathing was already rapid, although I had suspected Lily and Megan before, there was no evidence anyway, using the authority of elders to control your mother and Theodore was probably in vain. Now that Theodore has seen it with his own eyes, he went back and told your mother that in the future, no one in the family will stand by Lily. You can consider it, Grandma choked, to be able to hold your head up now. She indifferently said yes. Remembering that when she passed by Olivia's room just now, she heard her mother crying. Grandma said softly, If it was before, I would probably say, it's worth it, just let your mother cry. But now I just want to say, Serafina, your mother doesn't interact with the outside world much, just like a child, willful and stubborn but very naive. She lowered her eyes, her face calm, I know. When she left Grandma's room, she saw Theodore holding a glass cup standing next to the water bottle, his expression quite unsightly. Why didn't she understand his grief and anger, and for a moment, she felt uncomfortable for him. But right now, he wasn't thinking about Lily, but was thinking, what did the phrase finding the heir of a large family to marry, can also be considered to be able to help the Smith Group mean?